Welcome back. Hello. Welcome all. Yes, it's been a while, but we're back on the podcast vibes. And as you may have noticed, we have a new guest, a new actually co-host. Excuse me. Introduce yourself, sir.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy. First of all, I know you're probably thinking, yo, is that Michael B. Jordan? Nah. You wasn't thinking that? No? Okay. Nah, I'm joking. What's up, y'all? That's your boy BJD. Here with the legend, Caitlin herself, here to talk some basketball.
Unreal. I just want to give you a 5-star for that that intro. Unreal. Okay. Well, before we hop into it, we have two sponsors. I know you didn't know about this. Two sponsors for today's podcast. Number one, BJ's YouTube channel. Everybody give it up.
Thank you.
He has a YouTube channel, okay? What kind of content do you upload?
And so my YouTube channel, it's BJD, upload basketball content, but not just basketball content, lifestyle stuff. So I got pranks on there. I got different type of reaction, different type of, any video you want is coming, I promise. I got you.
First link in the description. Sponsor for this video. We want to thank you for your sponsorship. First link in the description. Also in the comments. And then also, you know.
Ooh, that's that new thing.
It is available now, y'all. Okay, www.shopsplashsquad.com. Second link in the description. What do you say?
I did buy one too.
You see what I'm saying? So
I clicked the link.
See,
I had to.
How was he before y'all? It's frightening me. So you guys need to go ahead and get on the wave. But now that the sponsorships are over, let's talk about just the order of things. Just to let you guys know what you guys are going to be listening to today. We're going to be talking about the Lakers in the bubble, the analysis of that, and our takeaways from this bubble experience. It's been ups, it's been downs. Yeah, no, we got to talk about it. Also, we're going to explain the play-in tournament and our predictions for the play-in tournament. Then we're going to talk about our Eastern Conference and Western Conference playoff predictions. Now, this is quality content simply because I know nobody else has that. The game just ended and we're here on the podcast. Come on now.
Already.
Come on now. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to get into it. But the first thing we're going to talk about is the Lakers bubble analysis. Okay? What did we take away from the bubble? Do you want to go? What did you take away from the bubble? One thing you took away, I'll go with one thing. I got 3 things that I took away from the bubble.
Got 3 things. All right, well, before we start, I am an Orlando Magic fan. We could skip right past that, though.
Everybody cringed.
We got to talk about
Everybody cringed at that.
But I'm a LeBron fan, so, I keep in close contact with the Lakers, you know what I'm saying? And the takeaways I had, man, the only thing that does concern me is the defense. But as you guys seen, LeBron is getting back into it. Kyle Kuzma starting to gain his confidence again. You know what I'm saying? Anthony Davis is he's just AD. I mean, there's nothing that you could do to stop this man. So it's been a little shaky and a little concerning. But the Clippers have had concerns too, but we're not going to talk about that. We just going to.
It's so refreshing, can I just say, to talk to somebody who's speaking my language. You said everything I mean, you literally.
There we go.
Kyle Kuzma, the confidence, that was literally words out of my mouth. Talk about it. I mean, first of all, let's just talk about Kyle Kuzma, since you brought it up, because everyone's talking about, oh, he needs to be the Lakers' 3rd best player. I don't see him being that, and da-da-da. He needs to be the 3rd superstar. I said, pause. What other team do you know? I'm going to throw this question to you that has 3 superstars on the team right now. Name one.
The expectations are unrealistic at this point.
Come on. No, they don't hold anybody else to that standard. This is so great. I love it. This is great. They don't hold anybody else, but to us, we need to have a 3rd superstar because Kuzma isn't a... Come on now. Nobody else needs a 3rd. Everybody has duos.
That's a fact.
We're the only one that's expected to have a trio. I mean, you got to be kidding me. Fishy.
Yeah.
That's fishy. And I think he is the 3rd best player. He's established that in the bubble anyways. Okay?
Yes.
That's just what I think. So, second thing, Dion Waiters. He's a problem. I'm the Laker prophet. I did predict that. I'll tell you that right now. I predicted it. And they laughed at me. BJ, they laughed at me.
Wow, they laughed?
They scorned me, if you will. They scorned
Nah, that's
me.
wild. That's wild.
And he's proven it. Now, yes, he does take the occasional bad shot. But the thing is, every player has his downsides. His positives greatly outweigh the negatives. Don't you think so? I mean, what do you think?
Nah, I feel that, man. People like to say that he's another J.R. Smith. You know what I'm saying? And although J.R., you know, he's up and down, mostly down, I feel like Dion is the opposite of that, man. Dion, he can go get you a bucket anytime, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, he does take the occasional, like, what are you doing? But at the same time, he's a go-getter, man. He makes up for it at the end of the day. So I like that. I like that guy. That's Philly cheese right there.
Totally. I mean, come on. It's nothing else to say at this point. All of the haters, the naysayers, you've heard it. You've heard it. That's the tragic truth. And then the last thing I took away was, tragically, this is the bad part. I saw this personally. JaVale McGee, low key, in the bubble, he hasn't been doing as well. And I am a huge JaVale fan. Love JaVale.
Really,
He's been. Yeah, no, he's been. And so people are saying, should we replace him in the starting lineup? People are saying this and that. And I don't know if that's a little too hasty. I think whatever they choose will be fine.
Yeah.
But it is a little bit, you know, I was looking out the side of my eye at you, JaVale. You know, are you
you know, it is a little bit concerning with everything. But again, people just need to take a chill pill. Like, relax, give them some time. You know what I'm saying? But even if they do decide to, you know, start Dwight or something, that's still a good look. Because Dwight has been playing really well.
That's what I'm saying. I don't feel like it's that deep. Number one. Number two, also these last seeding games, how do you feel? Because we lost today. Did you know that?
I know.
To the Kings.
I'm not going to lie, like,
very embarrassing.
I hate seeing the Lakers lose, but I got to keep in mind, like, the situation, like, they could have lost every game, still would have been first seed. I mean, let's put that out.
Forget that. We're first seed. We're first seed already. So it's like we're doubting people and we're down like how I don't know. I just feel like they're gonna lose to so and so. How did we get to be first seed since you guys are so confident that we're so trash? How did we get here?
Exactly.
Oh my. Anyway.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Like it like I said, it does like, you know, hurt a little when you see that L, especially to the team that they lost to. You know what I'm saying? But you got to take a lot of things into consideration. You know, they're trying to rest their players.
Oh, how quick they forget.
Yeah, like, I mean, short-term memory. I don't get it.
Literally.
I don't.
Yeah, no, me neither. I understand. Me neither. I love this. I love hearing. It's just true.
We're here right now.
Now I know.
We're here.
No. Don't get too excited because I know in the next topic or the next couple topics we're gonna disagree.
Yeah.
Okay. But right now we're here. All right. So the next thing we need to talk about though is a play-in tournament. Okay, because I know some people are like confused about what it is. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I was confused. I'm like, what is a play-in tournament? And it really wasn't even that hard. No one explained it, and it's really simple. Basically, if the 8th and 9th seed were 4 or less games apart, they participate in the play-in tournament, and the final spot in the playoffs is up for grabs. So if the 8th seed wins 1 game, they are in the playoffs. So the 9th seed would have to win 2 to get to the playoffs, which is obviously way tougher. Yeah. And so that's why in the Eastern Conference, your Orlando Magic, woo, they're like 4 games or more than 4 games above. So yeah. The gap is so large. So there's no one doing the play-in tournament for them. But for the Western Conference, there's actually competition. Boom, boom, shots fired. So, that's what's going on right now. And since the Trailblazers beat the Nets,
amazing game, by the way.
It was.
Let's talk about that. That was an amazing game. Damian Lillard.
Wait, so you're going for Damian though, right? You were going for the Trailblazers. As a LeBron fan, keep that in mind, everybody.
Listen, Damian, he holds a special place in my heart, man. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy. So I want to see him succeed. But we all know, like, even if they make it, they're not beating the Lakers. Let's be real. They're not. So that's why I'm not really concerned with it, and I just wanted to see him win.
Yeah. Okay. I can't relate to that just because I love Damian Lillard too. Like I mean, he's just that dude. But I love the Lakers way more. So I couldn't. I would rather pummel the Suns or whoever we would see in the playoffs, rather than even or the Grizzlies, whatever. I'd rather that than like have to actually try against the Trailblazers because they're good. And we have lost to them in the regular season, but we're going to talk about that later. But anyways, basically with this whole play-in tournament, the Grizzlies versus the Trailblazers, who do you have winning?
Grizzlies versus Trailblazers, let's be real. Grizzlies, good young team. John Moran is a great player already going into the league, but he's not beating Damian Lillard alone. You know what I'm saying? We seen Dame drop 61.
Yeah.
It was like 61 the other day.
Yeah.
The game before that, he dropped 50 some. You know what I'm saying? This game, he dropped like 30 or 40 some. Like, I just don't see it happening. Even if they do get one game, I don't see him winning the series.
You can't win 2 games against them. That's just the bottom line, and that's it. Yeah. Number 1, number 2. I feel like, we'll talk about it. But that's our predictions. Trailblazers are winning it in the play-in tournament, and I hate to say it. I hate to spoil the excitement in Memphis, but it's just you guys might as well just pick it up. Now, let's go Eastern Conference first, just because I know they want to hear the Western Conference so bad that we're gonna go Eastern Conference first. Eastern Conference predictions. Okay. So, who do you want to start with?
I mean, we got to start with the Bucks and Magic.
I had them first on the list. Okay.
So
Who do you think?
My opinion may be unpopular. My opinion may seem a little biased. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to be real, y'all. Magic ain't winning it. They're not. Giannis is a handful. Chris Middleton's a handful. Their big men are just, listen, there's no way that we can win, but we get in 1 or 2 games. We get in 1 or 2 because y'all, you see that face you had? Y'all had that same face last year when we played against the Raptors.
Bucks and 4.
Against Kawhi. You remember the champion? The one who won the championship? Yeah, we took 1 game from them.
Bucks and 4.
So I see 1 or 2.
Bucks and 4. And I'm sorry, it's like it's hurting me to even say this because it's just like, dang, imagine just getting your dreams crushed in like 4 games, but Bucks and 4.
Bucks and 7. You pushed me to that point. Bucks and 7. Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's like Aaron Gordon or Giannis. Bucks and 4. And it hurt to say that. So just I want you to know that I do feel you, but.
See, we was here at one point. Now we here.
Yeah.
Now we out because that hurt. That one hurt.
There's just no way. And I didn't even write down any analysis for that because it's just Bucks and 4. I literally just wrote Bucks and 4. I didn't write anything down. It's nothing to talk about. There's nothing to discuss. It's just Bucks and 4.
Yo, that's crazy, yo.
No, it hurts. Not me, but yeah, I know. Anyway, let's just move on before it gets a little worse. Heat versus Pacers. Let's go there. That's going to be probably one of the only interesting games of the series. I'm going to be honest. Or of the Eastern Conference first round.
Yeah, man. You want to start off?
I'll go ahead. Okay. Yeah, 6 or 7 games I give him because TJ Warren obviously been going off, but he's dealing with injury now. So that's something. Victor Oladipo hasn't been the same since he came back, and then you got Jimmy Butler. You got Bam. Bam. What do you think? I mean,
listen, I got Heat in 5 or 6. You know what I'm saying? I have a lot of faith in Jimmy buckets. You know what I'm saying? Bam is just Dwight Howard reincarnated. You know what I'm saying? He's just a beast, yo. They got Jay Crowder who's shooting unbelievably. You know what I'm saying? especially compared to the last team he was on. Kendrick Nunn, Tyler Hero, they got a lot of good pieces, man. And I don't think that the Pacers have enough to combat that.
They don't.
You know, they got T.J. Warren. We seen what T.J. Warren did last game.
Bubba
Boy was quiet. You know what I'm saying? He was on the hush mode.
A whole series of that?
Vic, you know, he's coming off injury, you know what I'm saying, trying to get back into the mode of things. So he's kind of, I give him a pass, but I don't see it, man. I don't see them getting past the Heat, you know.
Yeah, and I hate to say that. So all of the Pacer fans, www.com, all the Pacer fans, I just want to say I'm sorry as well. So it's now the Magic and the Pacers fans both in the same boat, sailing off to sea. The next one's is a Sixers versus Celtics, and who else are we putting in the boat? I know who I'm putting in the boat immediately, and I think it's kind of obvious.
And who is that?
The Sixers are on the boat.
Yeah.
Soon as Ben Simmons, tragic by the way, honestly. But when I heard that news, I said it's a wrap. You know, all the trash talking, all the antics. You're on the same boat as the Orlando Magic and the Indiana Pacers. But
why are you saying the Magic first is what I wonder.
Because the fact that they're on the boat is what makes the boat more embarrassing. You know, if it was just the Pacers, it'd be like, okay, you know, but I mean, aren't they well under 500? I'm pretty sure they are. The Magic.
I think somebody calling me, bro.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. It's a sickening vibe right now. Yeah. So I think the Sixers are on the boat just simply because of Ben Simmons. I mean, who else besides Embiid is going to be like that second option? Once again, we need duos in this league. Clearly, Lakers need a trio, but you need duos. And
yep.
Ben Simmons gone. What are you going to do? So you tell me. You know.
Yeah, I think as soon as Ben Simmons left, it was kind of just like, it's over. And unpopular opinion,
okay,
Joel Embiid kind of overrated to me. That's a whole nother story, but he's kind of overrated. You know what I'm saying?
But let's save that. That's a good topic.
You know what I'm saying? But I got the Celtics, man. I even got some Celtic shorts. I wish so, but you know. So
you're a Celtic?
No, I'm not no Celtic. Listen.
So why do you have Celtic shorts?
Mitchell and Nets.
Magic. See, that's what's wrong with these LeBron. Are y'all seeing it? That's these LeBron fans. They'll sit there and just be fans of any. You can't. When he's on the Lakers, you can't do that type of stuff.
Look at your jacket.
What about it?
How many teams are on that jacket?
That's fine. This is supposed to be for NBA fans to enjoy. But guess what? I didn't put the Clippers on here. I didn't put the Celtics on here. I didn't put the Kings on here. That's our rivals. Okay. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, I give you that.
You know,
I give you that.
LeBron fans, y'all are not respectful to the franchise. It's sickening me. But anyway, Boston will win this. Who cares? You know, you guys aren't doing anything with it. I hate to say it. You're not going anywhere. Really, you're lucky that Ben Simmons is out. Celtics fans, I'll just be real with you. And I don't even feel like bringing down the vibe of the podcast to discuss it.
Yeah.
I hate to say it. So let's just move on. Raptors versus Nets.
Raptors versus Nets, man. I think, listen, Karis LeVert has been playing out of his mind lately. Just last game, boy dropped 30. Didn't even have to. You know what I'm saying? They're already in the playoffs.
Right.
Boy still doing it. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, no KD, no Kyrie, no Spencer Dinwiddie. You know what I'm saying? It's going crazy.
D-League, F-League team.
Literally. But when it comes to the Raptors, we've seen what they've been doing. Their coach might win Coach of the Year just because of how Kawhi left, and they're still on top. You know what I'm saying? Siakam, amazing player. You know what I'm saying? Fred VanVleet. You know, you got Kyle Lowry. You know what I'm saying? So I think Toronto is going to win it. They have more experience. They literally won a championship last year. So I got Toronto in 6 or 7.
6?
I'm gonna say 6. I'm gonna say 6.
6 or 7?
I'm gonna say 6. I'm gonna say 6.
I said 5, 4.
Dang, no love?
No.
Wow.
No, I didn't give them that. Maybe I'm tripping because I don't watch too many Nets games, but maybe I'm tripping. But
You might be, because I think they beat the Clippers. And from what everybody's saying, they got the 2 best two-way scorers since Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. That's what they've been saying.
They got the
So
2
if
best
they beating
defenders
them,
on the planet.
Yeah,
Losing to the
so,
Suns, disgraceful. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're right. You're right. But then, okay. I say 5 or 6. I say 5. I'll stay with 5.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. That's about the Nets. But I say 5. But now moving on to what y'all want to hear. Western Conference predictions. We're doing Lakers last. Y'all keep thinking.
We got to.
Yeah. So let's go first. What do you want to do first?
We could do Utah, Denver.
Okay. And what do you have for that for them?
Man, Utah been playing unbelievable. You know what I'm saying? Donovan Mitchell's been looking like a young D Wade, yo. He's been nice. You know what I'm saying? But Denver has way too many pieces. Way too many.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Jokic might be top 3 big men in the league. You know what I'm saying? He could shoot, he could pass, he could rebound, he could do it all. You got Jamal Murray, solid guard. Really solid.
We don't like him, but yeah, he is. We give him
He's solid, you know?
He likes to talk too much for me. He
does do a lot of talking, but real solid guard. Then you got Michael Porter Jr., rookie. He averaging like what, 20, 22 in the bubble?
It was only a matter of time. That's what I said. It was only a matter of time.
He's nice, man. That's a real solid player. And then you got the sleeper, the I don't even know what to call him, Bol, man. This guy is just He's like a guard that's 7'5", bro, or however tall he is.
Just sickening.
Like it's crazy, man. The things that he can do, and he's just getting his feet wet. You know what I'm saying? So I think Denver got it. I'm gonna say 5 or 6, just because I think Utah is going to give a fight, man. I don't think they're gonna go outside.
You know what? I said 6 or 7. I said 6 or 7 because the Jazz. They're the Jazz, but Nuggets did sweep the season series. That's worth noting. Okay. And also they're just adding, like you said, Michael Porter Jr. So you know what? Maybe okay, maybe 5 or 6. Yeah. I can see a 5 or 6. And I'm sorry, Jazz, but you're on that. You're the first ones on the boat in the West. You're the first ones on the boat. Yeah. You could just start to go ahead and just go, but that'll be a pretty good series. We're finally getting to good matchups. I hate to say it, but the Eastern Conference is a little bit underwhelming. What do you think? Honestly, I know you're a Magic fan, but like for real, if you look at the differences, the only real interesting matchup over there is the Pacers and Heat, I think.
Yeah, I think every other matchup, let's be honest, even if Ben Simmons was playing for Philly right now, I don't think a lot of people are trying to watch that.
That's a rivalry though. They're like rivals in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, but come on, yo. Like, people not trying to focus on that. We trying to see the Lakers. We trying to see the Clippers. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna lie, they're higher on my list. They are higher. Yeah,
like they're watchable games. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think maybe it's just me. I don't think it's that deep. We trying to see the Western Conference.
See, the Easterners are gonna just be honest in the comments.
Listen, I'm an Easterner myself. You know what I'm saying? I know. So I feel like I have authority to say something.
Okay. Yeah, I can't speak on it. I know. I just grew up Western Conference anyway, so I can't. But I just think that was worth just throwing out there. Dismal. But Nuggets versus Jazz. Jazz are the first ones on the boat. They're rowing themselves home. Now, want to go to OKC versus Rockets?
Let's do that, man. OKC versus the Rockets.
That might have just changed the game.
Oof, what you think? What you think?
Well, okay. First off, we got to talk about Westbrook being out. Okay, for
Yeah.
it's at the beginning of the series, right? Am I
Yeah,
mistaken?
yeah. It said I think it's gonna be like a day by day thing after the first I think game. He said that from what I remember correctly that it's depending on how he feels whether he's gonna play, after that game or not. So.
Well, he averages 27. Okay, he
Mm-hmm.
averages a lot of that was like 8 rebounds or some, a couple assists. Very
Yep.
valuable, and we know that they run a small ball lineup. They
Yeah.
need him. I'll
Yeah.
say it again. They need him.
Literally.
It's not gonna be some like. There's no way. Obviously, Harden is a beast, but you can't rely on them in this type of situation. So, I mean, on him alone in a small ball, no. Against the Thunder.
Yeah.
So then again, we do have to also discuss Chris Paul's bad luck. Okay, he is kind of cursed. I'm sorry, I hate to say it because he's one of my favorite players. If not,
Yeah, I love Chris Paul.
yeah,
I love
he's
Chris
literally one of
Paul.
my favorite players. It's not his fault that he was on the Clippers because those were just the cards he was dealt. But the curse comes with you. Think about Paul George. Even before he got there, the curse reached him. So who am I to tell the curse that it's not going to be on, Chris Paul? I now have that authority. Laker Prophet, I have some authority, but not that much. So I hate to say it, Chris Paul, the curse is still lingering. So you never know. But I mean, depending on, I think it really just depends on Westbrook and his timetable, honestly. Because if he comes back, maybe like second game, and they give him a fight and a run, and it goes to game 7. But if not, I don't think so.
Yeah, I feel that, man. I think Westbrook being out is a very, that hurts the Rockets a lot. Just because, like you said, they're playing small ball, but he can kind of make up for that with the board. You know what I'm saying? He can kind of make up for that a little bit. So now that he's out, they're super tiny. And they got to play against not the Clippers. They got to play against the Thunder, yeah. Mm. And I love Chris Paul, man. Chris Paul, shout out Chris Paul for getting traded to the Rockets. People thought he was done. And for him to play the way that he's doing, man, shout out Chris Paul. Mm-hmm. But I don't see it, man. I don't, man. James Harden is a beast still. Yeah. And I don't think that he's going to let this one slip. I don't see it, man.
Oh, wait, whoa. So what are you saying?
I'm going Rockets.
Are you serious?
I'm going Rockets. That's my sleeper team. I don't think Westbrook is going to be out for the whole series. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Because the way you were going, you were and then you just said, and now you over here on the Rockets bandwagon. I'm confused. Okay, so you're Rockets. Okay, you're Rockets.
Yeah, I gotta go Rockets, man. I gotta go.
That confused me. Did you see that? I was just so okay. So you Rockets in what, 7? I assume. Don't tell me 6. I mean.
Nah, yeah. Listen, Rockets in 7. Rockets in 7. Yeah. Even if Westbrook comes back second game, Rockets still in 7.
Yeah. I could go either way with that one. If I had to choose.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who you gotta pick somebody.
I'll just pick Thunder just to be on the other side.
Wow.
I'll pick Thunder. I think they could do it. But then again, the curse is strong, y'all. I am not one to play with that because I just know it. I know it and I feel it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't give a definitive. I can't.
Yeah, I think with that one, it can go either way, and I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. All right, we'll leave it at that. I'll get off the hook. Anyways, okay, so Clippers versus Mavericks.
You want me to talk?
No, you go first.
Okay, Clippers, man. Listen, I don't have as much hate for the Clippers as.
I don't have hate for the Clippers.
You know what I'm saying? Just because you're a Laker fan, you know what I'm saying? So I understand. I'm a LeBron fan, So the reason why I hate the Clippers is because they have the closest chance to beating LeBron.
Okay. Okay.
But I'm a realist at the end of the day, and the Clippers, they are a stacked team. Like I've seen Kawhi just in the bubble hit 3-4 threes in a row, back to back to back, hit 4 mid-range shots in a row like it's nothing, and it pains me because I'm like, I don't want him to be good, but he is good, man. He is good. Then you got PG, even though PG is kind of lame for what you know what I'm saying, but they got PG. PG's an all-star, second best player on the team. Really, really good player. Their bench is stacked. Both Lou Williams and Montrezl Harrell are in the runnings for 6th man of the year. Like, that's crazy. 2 Clippers players? You know what I'm saying? So that in itself should show you how stacked the team is. And I love Luka. I love him, but I got Clippers in 5, yo. I got him in 5. I know it hurts, bro. I know. I feel it too. I know.
Yeah. Well, I don't like to say this just because it's like I have a sick feeling in my stomach right now. It's taking me a long time to get to the point.
Take your time.
Just yeah. I'm sick, but the Mavericks are good. They're great. Matter of fact, okay, they're good. Luka is ridiculously hot. I'll say that. Okay, I mean the dude dropped like 19 assists the other day, right? Yeah. Was it 19 with 2 turnovers?
Crazy.
Patrick Beverley could never. But you didn't hear that from me. But he's hot. When the team gets going, they're great. But we also have the Celtics on the other hand. And unfortunately for me, they're not cursed in the first round. So, with that being said, they can win it. I'll say it.
They can or will?
They will win it. They will win it just because they're not cursed the first round. Second round, no matter who they're matched up against, the tragic truth is that it will be tough for them because of the heavy curse placed upon them. Now, they have the team to finally break out of that curse, but the chances of that, slim. I'm confident in saying that. I don't even know who they're going to face. All I know is that the Clippers, I watched these guys struggle against the Suns. I watched them struggle against, wait a minute, the Nets.
Not just struggle, but
lose.
They held this right here. This L?
And here's the thing. No, they're holding it. And here's the thing. The whole point is they're supposed to be the best defensive team. And I need to be working on this. I said I wasn't going to slander them every chance that I got this time. I said I'm going to be better. So I'm just going to stop and just give them their credit. They'll win. You guys see how I stopped and I kind of recentered? You guys can give me a hand clap on that. I know you guys get annoyed. I slander them too much. I stopped. But I hate to say it, second round slander will be rough. So just buckle up. But yes, they will win the first round, Honestly, you said 5? I say 6.
Yeah, you say 6?
Okay, 5 or 6. That's just me, yeah. But yeah, 5 or 6, yeah. Because you're right on everything. The 6th man, the bench is amazing. Ooh, we got Paul George. Ooh, we got Kawhi. Ooh, so yeah, I see it. And I'll just leave it at that. Mavericks, you're on the boat. You're out. You're off the island. You're voted off the island. So you and the Jazz are now sitting there in the boat, in the canoe. And either the Rockets or the Thunder. He put the Rockets in the Thunder in the boat.
Yeah, I put that. I'm packing Chris Paul up. That's my guy, but
yeah.
I
I don't know. And then the biggest, not the biggest, but Lakers
The most
versus whoever. Whether it's the Grizzlies or the Trailblazers. Now, I think it's safe to assume it's the Trailblazers, like we said.
Yeah.
So, Lakers versus the Trailblazers. How is this going to pan out? How many games do you think?
Man, Damian Lillard is a beast, man. He is incredible. You know what I'm saying? CJ he's been all right. You know what I'm saying? Nurkic has been hooping. They finally got Nurkic back. Hassan has been
disgusting.
Really, he's been solid, yo. Really solid.
I don't forget the moments that y'all. A lot of NBA fans slandered him.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I just want that to be known. You guys cannot jump back on the bandwagon of Hassan. Yeah.
It's
okay.
Closed.
Just keep going. I just wanted them to know. But okay.
You know what I'm saying? They have a really, and they got Melo, the legend. I'm sorry, Melo. They got the legend, Carmelo Anthony.
Let's pause on that. You know about the slander. Oh my goodness, they love to get the jokes off on Melo, and they love to count him out. And look, we didn't give him a shot. That's not my fault. Don't look at me. I was not the one cracking the jokes on Melo. I always put respect on his name. You know how much I crack jokes, so that was all you guys. I'll say that. But yeah, he's a legend. Continue.
You know what I'm saying? And like you said, man, it's just crazy. He was out for a whole year. And you see him, he's going skinny Melo, as they call him now, going crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But the Lakers, I really only have to say one name.
You can say it.
LeBron.
Come on now.
That's literally all I have to say. Listen, I learned, back in the day, let me tell you the first time I learned. When LeBron hit a game winner against the Magic. I don't know if you remember that, but when he was on the Cavs, he hit a game winner against the Magic. That hurt me. That's when I learned LeBron never to count him out. The second time I learned never to count LeBron out is when he came back from 3-1 now. That was the most amazing final series I have ever seen, So when you have LeBron, he's going to get it done. No matter what. Now, it may take a little bit longer to get it done just because, LeBron is starting slow. Their defense is kind of shaky. It seems like they're still trying to figure things out, but he's going to get it done. He's going to get it done. He's going to make a way.
I don't even know.
I got it in 5, maybe 6. I wouldn't be surprised if it got to 6, but I got it in 5.
Wow. Okay. Here's my thing. First of all, I think first of all, we haven't even seen playoff LeBron, right? I'm not even a LeBron fan. I feel like you should have more faith in your dude. I don't feel like he's starting off shaky. I feel like he's just these last games, if you're judging off of games that don't matter and you think we're supposed to try on those, I just don't know what to tell you. And I told you that before it started. I was like, I couldn't care less about these games. It doesn't matter. Yeah. So I don't expect LeBron to be out there really trying, and he was still balling. Still racking up the points and he wasn't trying. You know what I mean?
Yep. That's a fact.
So when playoff LeBron activates, it's another level. And he's been exceptional. He's leading the league in assists. Ask your favorite point guard, how did he let that happen? So it's looking dangerous for your favorite team. And I don't know. I think Trailblazers had trouble with the Nets. Not even G League, I'll say pre-league team. Practice squad. I mean, understudies. I mean, Karis LeVert was balling on you guys, like really just. And you think you have someone to guard an Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
It's like the Avengers. It's like we have a Hulk. It's like the same thing. It's like we have a LeBron and an AD. And you guys are trying to count them out and saying, well, they haven't blah, 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 blah. Do you see the team that LeBron dragged to the finals and won with?
Literally dragged.
And we're worse than,
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't get the ridiculous amount of disrespect. I don't get it. Can you explain?
Matter of fact, I changed my answer. Lakers in 4.
Stop.
I got it. You're right. I started to hear the outside noise.
No,
and
don't disrespect
it kind of was
the
getting to me.
Trailblazers, though. Let's be realistic. I said 6. And maybe,
Is that
I hate to say
6?
it, yeah, 6. God forbid it goes to 7.
Nah. You wildin'. Ain't no 7.
Because
Ain't
we
no
love
7.
to play these games like where we don't start strong in the first quarter and stuff like that, and they're playing seriously like they're trying. Damian Lillard, I don't know, but it could very well easily, what I mean, be shorter. But I just Laker Prophet. I have a feeling that we can't underestimate them. That's all.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know, but I think it is important to note. We're the only team. We have a little bit of a disadvantage, and if I'm gonna claim that because we're the only team to not know who they're playing in the playoffs right now. Think about that.
Yeah,
Everybody else
facts.
knows. And LeBron was in this interview talking about, like, are they in playoff mode? Are they completely ready for the playoffs right now? This is before the game to the Kings. Mm-hmm. But he was talking about it, and he was saying how they're not completely in playoff mode because it's, like, impossible to go there when you don't know who you're facing. Yeah. And so it can be, like, detrimental to go into that mode too early and all that stuff. I'm not about to question him. Right? Like, I don't know what it's like. So, clearly he knows what he's talking about. And we still don't know who we're facing. We're not going to know until... When did the playoffs start? Wait a minute.
Monday or Tuesday?
Monday, right? That's sickening. Yeah. And we won't know until when? When this little playing is done? I don't like that.
Do they play tomorrow? They play tomorrow, right?
Maybe Friday and Saturday.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's Friday and Saturday. I think they play tomorrow at 2:30. If I'm not mistaken.
I don't even know. But I think that's sickening.
Yeah.
I think that's sickening.
It's kind of rough for the Lakers right now, especially not knowing who they're going to be playing. You know what I'm saying?
It's not right.
But I guess that's the cards that you guys were dealt, I'm sorry.
Being first seed, we'll take the handicap. But these people are literally sitting in their rooms right now plotting and drawing up stuff and mm-hmm. like literally in the mental zone for it, and we gotta wait. I mean, we can draw up stuff for both, but like not knowing,
Yeah.
But I'm sure they're just like us, assuming it's the Trailblazers, but
But knowing LeBron, I don't think he wants to assume that much.
Exactly.
I think he it's a little hint, but he's not going for it.
So I'm gonna be definitely leaning on that crutch. You know me. If I have an excuse, I'll use it, and that's mine. So, let's just talk about that. Let's stay on that. But anyways, that was about it. We ran through our topics. This will be a weekly thing. I don't know exactly what day yet, but this will be a weekly thing. So, to close us off, what's your channel link, name, all of that?
Anyways, subscribe to my YouTube channel at BJD. You see it right there. Yeah. Where is it? Right here? Yeah, you see it right there. That's the name. Just type that into YouTube. You're going to find me. You know what I'm saying? Videos coming soon. Me and Caitlin are collabing on some videos soon that you guys will see. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
All right. And it's me. Like and comment down below what you guys think. I mean, we got to talk. We got to chat. So, comment down below. I'm uploading this on the main channel this time. So, y'all let me know what you guys think. And send us some topics you want us to talk about in the next one. We'll catch y'all later.